S2W12.
Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S2W12. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Man left, man left. Four down, four down.
Hey, tight.
43 is the mic.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Five wide.
Here's Allen to throw it. It's caught by Bryant. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. Let's go.
Allen gonna throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Alert.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike
Go.
65. 65. No. Off. Watch twist.
On the ball. Where's that?
And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 4-yard line.
Down. 18 Gator.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Under Cujo Porter.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. Here we go. Here we go. 49, guys.
Throwing on second down. Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Lock going to throw. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
First down, Denver.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4. Lock. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
At the Broncos 36-yard
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the grab by Croft. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Croft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs. But out there now and says he's feeling pretty good.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Allen. This will be caught by Brown. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
brings up 3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Strip that ball.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, hold.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Watch that.
SOS. Check three.
On first down, Hunt. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Protein spill. Hey, high 7.
Lock now on first down. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? 90 Wolf.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Theo Riddick, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. This is Hunt. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
61, matchbox white.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And a loose football.
Let's go, son.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Go right. Down.
Shoot.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Let's go. Bang, 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 bang.
22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber. Bravo. 55.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46.
Shit. Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Topper. Let's go.
On the ground, it's Reddick. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. You think back to 2018, many people thought it would be Royce Freeman taking over as the lead back in Denver. Spent a 3rd-round pick on him, but it was Phillip Lindsay who would be in the catbird seat as the #1 running back. But still for Freeman, not a bad rookie campaign, 521 yards and 5 touchdowns as the backup. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Around the NFL, we've got a 2nd quarter score. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now it's Hunt. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Allen now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Middle. Check 37.
Throwing now is Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 and a first. Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little will, a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said. Brute strength, force of will.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike, 58, right there. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our route.
Clock now on first down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Denver.
Lock now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Kill.
Use your quarter. Snap.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the
Ready up.
31-yard line.
We own it. We get it.
On 2nd down, Freeman. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Too little, cut.
25, check 25, check 25. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, echo.
49 to Mike.
Ready?
Throwing on first down is Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Second quarter in Cleveland. The Browns, they have scored again to add on to their lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
20!
Check, 43.
Alert!
Come on.
On first down, Allen. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
I got you.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
6-6, pull it high.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Jumping. Protein spill.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Oh, always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Yeah. Hey, Haywood. 61, matchbox lights.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake.
50, check 50. Check.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Hamilton. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half, Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
That's caught. It's Eli Rogers. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
General West. Ready.
Open man here is Hamilton. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. What we got? X3. 218. Top. Rock it. Shoot.
Play action. Now it's locked. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Freeman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Charlie.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And the grab by Croft. And now this this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill. Check 24. Check 24. Check.
Big Trevor.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
80 weapon.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
This is the tight end Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Bills 3.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Coming to you.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Now Riddick. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Safe.
6'6", pull it high.
49. He don't know no better. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Know your job.
Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lock. Rodgers brings it in. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now.
First down, and they'll try to run the option. Now Lock, he lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
We're going to shut you down.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Got it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check the out, check the out.
Ready, ready.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can.
And Freeman lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And some room to maneuver. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Bryant has it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Allen now on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On second down now. It's Hunt. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the gun, it's Allen. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go, go.
Clock now on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, Locke. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Come on, set.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Lock throwing on target to Fant, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
First down, Broncos.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And they'll indeed take a knee.
You ready?
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Ready?
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. Some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
First and 10.
On the double.
At the 44-yard line.
All day.
Go.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, second.